Well, it's about 7:30 now. Been going almost an hour and a half. Hadn't gotten in touch yet. No sniffs. Doesn't look like anybody's having much luck. So I think kind of my game plan now is just to push out a little bit deeper. Kind of go out to the reef zone, troll around those reefs a little bit. I'm gonna start dropping some jigs. Like I said, I got some vertical jigs I'm gonna play around with today. It's a Nomad jig, 40 gram, little mini jig. I'm just gonna go pitch them over, see what we can do. Don't plan on meat hauling a ton off these reefs just because most everything is out of season right now, but let's see what we can find out there. Got some 30-pound mono tied on with that jig, so we'll bounce around. I was out here a few days ago and I had one really good take on the jig. Had some real issues that couldn't set the hook, but it ended up getting pretty choppy pretty quick, so we didn't stay out too long. But I'm hoping I can get back out here today, capitalize on some of that. Got some shrimp, some cut up mullet too, so I'll drop down some rigs. Like I said, try to look for some white snapper. Just look to catch something. I was really hoping for a tuna, but now the sun's getting up and everything I've read says, you know, as that sun gets up, the bite gets slower and slower. So not giving up on them 100% yet, but gonna start exploring some other options and see what we can find. Because not a far ride, but didn't drive an hour to not catch anything. And I would love to come home with some fresh fish tonight, but we'll see. Either way, it's a nice morning out here. A little bit of swell, but nothing terrible. Warmed up quick. Getting close to 60 degrees now. When I was out here a few days ago, we launched and it was 30 degrees. I think the high that day was mid 40s, so definitely got a lot less clothes on today. Warming up pretty good too, so nice day out here. Like I said, we're just gonna keep trolling around just a little bit longer, start working some jigs, see if we can't find anything. So I'll stick with it. First fish of the day on the jig. It's over a reef, just started dropping down. Let's see what we got. It is a little snapper. It's gonna be a lot of what we're catching today, I have a feeling, but not what I'm after. Unfortunately, these guys are out of season for a few months now, so we're gonna have to let this guy swim on. But shook the skunk. Drop this jig down a few more times. I'm seeing some smaller marks on here, so I've got my got me a little chicken rig with a couple pieces of shrimp on it, hoping those will be some of those white snapper, maybe some beeliner. I don't know really how the beeliner do with the cold water though, so I don't know if they're around or not, but we're certainly going to drop down and see what's down there. Play with this jig a little bit longer, see if we can't get any more fish. I do prefer to catch them on a jig than a baited hook, but we'll see what we can get a hold of. Feels good to shake the skunk off though. Trolled around for quite a while today with no success. I was a little hurt by that. I was hoping today would be the day, but it was not, unfortunately. But that's all part of it. Definitely a lot of fish down there though. Alright, let's set this down for a second and see what these streaks are. I'm going real light tackle with them on this. Just got my gear I use for trout and reds. But I went pretty light as far as gear goes today. I didn't bring a ton compared to what I normally do. I only brought 4 rods today compared to the 6 I usually bring. So not a big deal, but I'm definitely a little shorter than what I'm using, but that's all right. I think I will still be able to handle whatever's thrown at me with this one. Just might have a little more fight on my hands, which I'm okay with. We're gonna try to get right back over this reef, which here we are. Drop it down. Hopefully there's not any bait stealers down there. I'm sure there are, but got plenty of bait. Got some shrimp, got some mullet. We'll see what we can come across. Running a 2-ounce weight, 20-pound test on this for my leader. And I think I got 15-pound braid main line. But for some of these smaller species that I'm after, that I could bring home today, they're usually a little more finicky, so running pretty light. Just got a solid bite there. He baited me. There he is. Oh gosh, broke me off. Have a feeling I know what that was. Just took everything from me. Cool. But I got a lot of pre-tied rigs, so I'll tie up and I have to bump it up to 30 pound. I think the 20 pound's gonna do it. We'll drop down this jig a few more times in the meantime. Dang, that sucked. Alright, now, fresh off of a break off. Not what I want to deal with today, but it is part of it. I'm just kind of bouncing this jig. So I got that snapper, the first one, just giving it little bounces like this. Definitely a lot of fish, but I got a feeling that's a lot of snapper down there. There we go. A little bigger fish. Oh. Oh. What do we got? I think it's gonna be another snapper. Oh, it's a grouper. Nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's cool. Get this hook out of his mouth. Nope, not quite 20 inches. But hey, first strawberry grouper I've ever caught. Nice little fish. Hey, that's cool. That is cool. There he goes. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can do that again. Well, that's exactly what I was hoping for today. Nice little grouper. Been real nice if he was keeper size, but I'll take it. Up to a snapper and a grouper. I'm gonna get right back over it again, see if we can't catch another one. Really wish he had been a keeper, but it is what it is. There we go. Feels a little different. Another little red snapper. A little tiny fella, barely hooked. Not what I want. Here we go. Another good fish. This is a good fish. Come on. Oh, it's another grouper. Another group. All right, we got another one on the jig. Another nice red grouper. I think he's also going to be too short though. But we're catching them. That's cool. Check it out. Another one. A little bit smaller than that last one. He's right at 18 inches. Lucky day again, but we're on them. Sweet. All right, well, we got 2 grouper and 2 snapper on the board so far. Really would like to catch one of those that's 20 inches. I'm gonna go home with some food. Would love to have some grouper tonight. That would be a nice fish to have. But we're just gonna keep working this jig. May have to send down something, big chunk of this mullet and see if there's some bigger ones that'll eat that maybe. But I am enjoying catching them on this, and this is how I've caught pretty much every grouper out here has been on some kind of jig, whether it be a vertical jig or a bucktail jig, or always something jig like, little artificial. Hadn't really had much luck on chunk bait with them, but I do think I have found me another little grouper hole, which is always nice to have. Just need one that's a little bit bigger. Alright, retied back up with the bait rig. Put a little smaller weight on it this time. I'm going with a 1 ounce weight. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit. Maybe not drop it down to the bottom this time. I'm interested what these smaller marks may be. I can think it's something I can bring home for dinner. Yes, and I am very happy to knock off red grouper, but I wouldn't mind having something I can take home for supper. There we go. We're starting to get the little marks again, so we'll go down. It's going to take it a little bit to get to the bottom with this smaller 1 ounce weight, but see if we can get this down there without getting broke off this time. Tighten that drag up a little bit more. I don't think I'm quite to the bottom. Hopefully I can get whatever it is up this time. Some little picks. There he is. Playing with it. There we go. That feels like a trigger fish. Oh, I got off. Dang it. Kind of pumping like a trigger fish. Got some stuff I could try to chum up, I guess. See if that doesn't bring anything up from the bottom. Let me throw out a handful of shrimp, just see if anything will come up from the depths. peck McLean there. Yep. I don't really see anything coming up. Guess it's because of the cold. Everything's hanging down. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's a mangrove, I believe. What is that? Oh, there we go. What do we got here? I think it's a triggerfish. It is a triggerfish. There's something else down there. I can't really tell what he is. Not a bad triggerfish. I can tell he's been eating good. He did come up for the chum. The shrimp would throw out, so we have to throw out some more shrimp. See if we can get a frenzy going. It definitely looks like some mangroves down there. There we go. Oh, this is a big old triggerfish. Big old triggerfish. Big old triggerfish. Not what I want. Not trigger season yet, so I don't want to fool with these. But that is a pretty good one. That is a nice trigger there. I tell you, if they were in season, that wouldn't be a bad one to take home. But unfortunately, they're not. I'm gonna have to toss this guy back. There's some mangroves down there. I can see them coming up. So I think I'm gonna get a bunch of chum ready, drop that down, and see if I can't free line or find a way to get one of those deep, because I can take those home. Oh, bait stealers. All right. Yeah, gave up on the jig and all that. Got me free line rigged up now. What I'm gonna do, break this chum up, get right over the reef, throw a couple handfuls out and see if I can free line anything up. Some nasty oily stuff, but I got plenty of mullet in the freezer right now, so I might as well use some of it. Spun around here, try to get myself situated pretty close to the reef. Alright, get turned around now. Get myself, like I said, I'm trying to get right on top of it here. Getting close. Go ahead and start throwing out some chunks. What we're gonna do is just free line my bait down with these chunks. See if I can't get one of these little tricky little snapper to come up and eat it. Maybe I just picked it up. Got one. There we go. There we go. That's a good fish. Come on. That's a good fish. Stop. Oh, he's whipping me. He is whipping me. And he broke me. Well, I do not like missing that one. That was a good fish. I imagine it was probably a big red. Kind of walking a fine line though when you're using these chunks. Freelining, you know, you have to drop it down so small to get them to eat it. I'm running 30-pound test. I can't really lock my drag down. I'll go a little bit tighter, but that fish, using a 4500 slammer, so I got plenty of drag on this reel. Just wasn't enough. Guessing that was probably a big red snapper though. But retied now. Got some more chunks going. Got some fish underneath me. So we'll see. We can't do that again and just get one to stop. That was a good fish though. It was a real good fish. God, that is a big old red snapper right there. Oh, he just got me. That was the big one. That was the big one. That was the big one. Oh, gosh. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That is a big one. That is a big fish. He's gonna get me in the reef again. Dang it. This is the kind of jig I've been using today. So it's just one of those Nomad jigs. Using a little bit different color this time. I have been going down with a pink one, but I'll try this red and kind of red and glow, red and white color. See if they don't like that one. But we'll give the jig a little while. See what that one wants to do for me. But it is about time to call it a day, I think. Out of bait. Fish are wising up to me. So we'll play around with this jig a little bit, maybe hit a reef or two other than this one. See what else is playing around. But I think my day's almost over. Got something. That's a good fish. Good fish. Not fighting like a snapper. Trying to get him up. I'm just sitting there bouncing it. All of a sudden it didn't go down on that last bounce. Be another grouper. I think it is another grouper. What do we got here? I think this is maybe a gag grouper. Oh no, it's a big strawberry grouper. Big red grouper. This may be a keeper. This may be a keeper. Nice. Nice. Whew. There we go. Heck yeah. All right, we got us another one. This is definitely the biggest one of the day. I'm hoping he's gonna be a keeper sized one. On the jig. Until he's been down there eating on my chum. Heck yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. 20 inches to keep. This one may make it. This one may make it. Oh yeah. 21 and a half. Heck yeah. Nice. Don't want to lose him. But we got us a nice keeper one. There we go. 3 grouper in a day. That's my kind of fishing. Sweet. Oh man, that feels good. I was just getting ready to head away from this spot too. Nice. Got dinner. Got dinner. Well, I reckon I got to make a couple more drops on it now. Let's see if there's anybody else home. But that was on that new color jig, so they like this jig. Just kind of playing around with it. Like I said, just bouncing it, doing short pops and doing long pops. And just kind of drifting and pedaling around this reef. That way I'm just kind of moving all around it. So yeah, nice. Let's see if we can't get us some more. But that just made the day worth it. It's already worth it, but that was just the icing on the cake there. He was fighting like one too. You could tell he wasn't really fighting like a snapper. He was pulling pretty hard, giving me some good shakes and stuff, but it was more of a kind of a slower, more relaxed fight, if that makes sense. But he wasn't just eating me alive like a snapper will. He was just kind of fighting, almost dead weight. We can give it a little bit longer on this reef. Like I said, may hit 1 or 2 more reefs, but got my dinner. That's what we wanted. We got another one. Good fish.
Yeah.
Another good fish. Another good fish. I got my podcast going. This may be another group.
I don't even think you have to, if you don't want to dress so much, I think you can just...
This may be another grouper. It's fighting weird. Oh, there we go. It is another grouper. Oh, look at all the jacks with them. Another big old red grouper. Nice. Whew. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Covered up with jacks as it was coming up. Let's see, are you gonna make 20? I think this one's gonna be short. Come on. No. Oh, that was almost bad. Just a ½ inch too short. Dang it. Yep, that's number 4 for the day though. Sweet. Well, that lets me know there's a bunch of amberjack down there. I haven't caught one of those before out of the kayak. Let's see if we can get one to hit the jig. Well, I'm catching one of those AJs today. That'll be fun. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Fish on. A little smaller fish here. A little baby grouper. What is this? I don't know what this is. You guys know what kind of fish that is? Let me know below. To be honest, I do not know what that is. We got another one. Looks like another grouper. Another grouper. That one's gonna be too small. Eating crabs, it looks like. Nice. Well, alrighty, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, shoot me the thumbs up. Drop me a comment below. Let me know you enjoyed it. I did figure out what that fish is, so you guys will, you'll have to guess. I know what it is, but if you think you got an idea of what that smaller fish at the end may have been, drop a comment below. But had to go to my buddy Chris. He is the fish expert. Had to send him a picture because I knew he'd know what it was. But that was the first one of those I had ever caught. Kind of looking it up, doing some research. I think that's a pretty common one as you get offshore, but short of the Navarre reefs and the kayak fishing, I've never really done a ton of offshore fishing. So a lot of fish out there I've still yet to catch. A lot of them I've yet to catch from a kayak. So we're still exploring and we are learning. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in today. You know, if you guys are interested in a guided boat fishing, guided kayak fishing, guided any kind of fishing trip here on the Alabama Gulf Coast, shoot me an email at kayaking.kennedy@gmail.com or check out my website, whistlinwaters.com, and I'll link both of those down below. But yeah, I'm not going to hammer on too much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate your support. I really appreciate it if you made it all the way to this point at the end of the video. I know it was a little bit longer one, but it was a good day of fishing, so I just keep everything in there. But I'm going to quit hammering on. I'm going to get on out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.